Welcome everyone. Let's play some games. Interesting board. Low ore board, I must say. So definitely want to take one ore spot as I'm second position. I think the 5-8-10 solid. 6-5-10 also. Looking at the 3-8-5 with the sheep board would be really nice because the 8-10 I think will be taken. We could also take the 3-8-10, it's possible. But then you have low wheat with no guarantee to get wheat on the way back. So I don't like it, and I don't like that you don't have good ports there. So although the ore is low, I think the 385 is such a nice spot to take with a lot of options. So let's take the 385. And also always point to the coast, especially in a 4-player game. So I must say the first position has a strong position, best production, and the best ore spot with it. So let's see. Yeah, obvious choice. Although the 3-8-10 could also be really good, but I think she liked the 3-1 port, or values the 3-1 port. Okay, 4-5-11 or the 6-9-12 will be taken. I think if you're a red, you would take the 4-5-11 for sure. You want that brick. Oh, but you don't take it. That's actually not that great for me. Now I'm in a bit of a tough spot. The A10 is just too little production, I think. So let's go for 3-9-11. I don't like my position. Maybe the A10 is the best option for me. I have the 3-1 port. I will not get the sheep port most likely. But my wheat is very low. Oh, let's do it. Ori cheap is the strongest strategy. I think definitely green is in the best position. You could take the 3-9-11 or the 4-9-11. Both are great spots. Maybe the 5-9-10 was better for me to take because you have a lot more flexibility because the 4-5-11 would be open. Okay. Okay, welcome to a new Catan game. Let's start. So if you look at the board, So two good ore spots, 6, 9, 3 and the 8 for 10 or 3 for 8. I think it's a very balanced board. The 3, 8, 10 looks okay. I think the 5, 9, 10 is a really good spot. The 6, 5, 11 is a bit similar. Normally you want to be at the coast with your first settlement, because well, in general, I played a lot of Catan games. The middle will be open in general, so it will not be available to get with your second settlement position at the coast. So here the 5, 9, 10. So I think I cannot be locked out of wheat. So I'm thinking about the 6, 9, 3. Then I get the 6, 3, 11 maybe. Or maybe 3, 10, 11, which is not that great for me. So let's see. I'm generally looking at a high producing spot, so 6, 5, 11, 3, 8, 10 or 8, 5, 10. But what will be open? If I choose this one, I can get this, but is it enough to win the game? I don't think so. So it will not be my... So I can do this, but then I have to take the 3 ore in return, or a very bad spot. So I think here the 6, 9, 3 is a really solid option. You could argue the 3 for 8. So just in time. I was thinking about my second placement, because the 3 for 8 combines well with the 9, 10, 11. However, you do have a lot of brick in comparison to your root. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe this one could be true as well, but then you are racing with the 693 for this 3 to 1 port, which you will probably lose because he already did have the 9 brick. And orange has a very good position. Oh, but he... Oh, this is not good for me, because now you can take the 6, 5, 12. We have a very strong position. So I do think maybe the 3 for 8 was better. I could take the 2, 5, 10, which is also good, and maybe sneak in the longest road. That could be an option too. I have 6 different numbers. Only downside is I don't have the sheep. And on this board it's really rare, the sheep. So I do think pink is in the best position. And maybe with yellow as well. But it could work, because it could work though. Yeah, I want the wheat. You might take the 6-2 or the 8-3. Yeah, you take the 8-3. Hey, welcome everyone. Let's play some Catan. So we are second position, so we will get a good spot. However, already I see the 8 for 10 here, or the 3 for 8, which is really strong in my opinion. Because it's a low ore board. Not anyone will get good ore. I do see some other spots that might be interesting. I see the 5, 9, 10, which you don't have a good board at all. If you do the brick board, you will get blocked a lot. Oh! So that's really, really, really interesting, because I think I will get the 8 for 10 here. I can get to 3 or 2 3 for 1 ports, and the 6 for 4 11 and the 6 5 11 might be taken, but I don't think the 3 9 11 will be taken. And that's a great spot for us. Yeah, we will definitely take the 8 for 10, I think. You could take the 3 for 8 though, but then you will let the 8 10 open. And this 3 wheat, I think, doesn't do that much for us, because there will be some wheat in the game and the demand for ore will be high. And I think no one will place it here. So let's just build here. It's the highest producing spot. And we will get wheat on the way back. So I think from gray this is a mistake in my opinion. However, it's very flexible, but how do you get wood and ore in return? I don't think you can get both. The 5 9 10 will be taken. So then you have to be confident with the 8 3 over here. It could work though, but yeah, it could work. I think the 8 for 10 is such a strong spot to take. So as fourth position, what do you do here? You have to take the highest producing spot. So something here. I think the 6 for 11 is really great. Yeah, as fourth position is always very difficult. What do you do? It might be hard though for us to get wheat, I must say, because if you take both wheat spots, yeah, I don't think you will. The 6 5 11, 6 4 11. But let's see. Maybe the 6 5 11 and the 3 8 4 is good, but you don't have a good board, however. Yeah, you can go build to the wood board for sure with the 5 and the 11. That can be an option. So there's a chance we are playing without the wheat though. So that's not that great for us. So maybe gray was right by taking the 5 9 10 with the 8 3. Yeah, you block the wheat. So that's a bit disappointing, I think, because pink will definitely take the 6 5 11. So not that great at all for us. So what do we do here? Yeah, we're in a tough position now. So this is a little bit unfortunate that he plays it like this, but I can understand. He has all 5 resources. So are we taking the 384 then? Oh, really, really, really surprising. So definitely I think we take this here and then we can build to the 9 sheep and then we have all resources and we start off with 2 wheat and I don't need that extra one. So we are very lucky that we didn't get blocked. So as gray, I think you take the A3 for sure. So yeah. So unfortunately, we are a bit cornered. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's play some Catan. So we are second position. So I think the 5 9 10 here is really good. I think that's the best spot for sure. So what do we see more? It's an interesting board. The wheat, no, not everyone will be on the wheat, I think. or you have to take the 9-10 over here. So that's interesting. The sheep is also very low. That's also very interesting. So let's see what first position want to take here. I don't think this is really good. The brick is too low, I think, to play the road. So I think the 5-9-10 is a fine position. The 6-4-3, just to get the best wheat of the game. Or the 8-5-3, I think. And then building to the 3-4-1. Oh, but you don't take it. So that's really interesting. Because now I can take the 5-9-10 over here. And do have the best ore and wheat. And maybe I could get this spot. Or this spot even can be viable. We need brick and sheep, so not that many spots that go with it, but the most important thing for us is, I think, the sheep. And this might be open, I think. But the 6-4-11 may also be good though. I think we can get one of the two. Yeah, let's go for the 5-9-10. And just go to the 3-4-1 port. I think it will be uncontested. So I'm very happy that I can get this spot over here. So, and the 8-10 is open, so that's an option for sure for us. It might be we can get this spot as well. Because I don't think red wants to take this spot. He might take this spot though, but I think you value the ore way more. So I do like this by red, because I think this will be open. And I think you are in a very good spot. Oh, so you take already the 8-10. And the 6-4-3? Yes, so you take the 4-9-11. And I get the 6-3-11, I think. It's a really good option. And then blue, well, ends up with a shitty placement. I think you take the 9-10. Yeah, so that's also interesting. And was all, so we definitely will set it here, I think. It gives us all the resources, 6 different numbers, a road. But where do I place my road? I think the 5 ore here is really nice. But so is the 6-4-11. And I think blue doesn't want this spot, because you will lose, I think, if you take this spot. But if I place my road like this, he might cut me off and then build to the 9 wood, although I think it will be very hard for him to get here, for sure. But I can also set it over here and build to the 5, or then I have the best ore wheat in the game, I think. Yeah, so let's play it safe, I think. Let's play it safe. And just build it like this. We will have, I think, oh, wow. Really? Okay, welcome everyone. Let's play some Catan. So let's have a look at the board. I think here the 5-9-10 is the obvious first pick of the game. There's a relatively low ore board, although the numbers are not that high. Oh, whoa, so you don't take it. Well, without hesitation, I will take this one over here. What I wanted to say is, not everyone will get a good ore spot. The 10 ore, it's definitely, or most of the time, too little to play the ore with cheap game. The 10 is not rolled that often. It's not bad, but I think as an ore with cheap player, you want at least, let's say, well, 5 points of production of ore. So if you guys don't know what that means, you see here the dots under the numbers. That gives a sort of amount that will say how often you will get a resource. So 5, that's are the red numbers. will get the most resources. On average, it's not always the case because it is a dice roll, but in general, the 6 and the 8 will be the most often rolled numbers of the game, except for the 7, but of course, when you have a 7, you don't get any resources at all. So let's say, so we want the sheep for sure. I don't see any good sheep spots though, but we could take the 6-3, I think, would be strong. But if we can get the 6-4-3, for example, just to get some sheep, would also be great. And I think we do have the wheat board over here. I think that can be important for us because there is a lot of wheat on the board, and I do think we will get on the 6 wheat if we can. And it's always nice to have your wheat paired with your ore because we have 7 production of ore and only 4 of wheat. And if you want to buy a lot of development cards, I do think you need some more wheat. But in general, this is a good first position pick. So I do think the 6-3-11 will be open, which is very nice, I think. We get 6 different numbers. We basically have all the resources we need to play the game for we cheap. And we do have a very good wheat setup to combine with the wheat board over here. Especially if we build here, we do get also extra ore. I think at that point we will be hard to stop. You could say we sort of monopolize ore if the 10 doesn't get rolled that often. So we are in a good position, especially on a high wheat board. People are asking for ore because that's definitely the resource you want to pair it with it to buy cities or development cards even. So let's see, I think blue will take 3-9-11, so I can see that. And now I have 2 options. You also have to think about what's good for yourself, but also what is good for your opponents, right? So if I take this, it would be good for me. But if he gets this one over here, I think that is really bad for me. And also if he gets this spot over here, that would be really bad for me. So we don't produce any sheep and we only have ore and wheat. So it would be a really bit slow to get here, but once we get here, I think it will be hard to stop us and we can buy lots of development cards. So I think in this case, I have to take the 6-5-11. Otherwise, red will win the game. So where do I put my road? I could put it here, but red might take this spot. That's one. Now I think you take the 8-4. But then we are racing blue and we don't want to have many races. So I think I will just put it here because my objective is not to get here. I will let it to blue because if you will get in a race, blue wants to get to block you, right? So I don't find that very strong. So now red has a considerable less good position, although the 8-4 is still a good position. So but I think if I was red, I would definitely take this one with this one over here. I think that is a strong setup. Hey, welcome everyone. Let's play some Catan. So let's have a look at the board. So we are second position. Okay, so I see 2 great spots. Generally as the first or second position, you want to take the ore and the wheat. So I like the 5-9-10 here. I also like the 5-6-11 or even the 5-6-12. And then pointing the road towards the 9 sheep. I think that's actually better on the 5-6-11 because there's a plenty amount of wood on the board. So I think in return you will get the wood. So I will definitely take one of those spots. Also, yeah, I'm looking at the 6-3-4 or the 3-4-8, but although it's good, your ore production is a little bit too low, I think, the 4 ore. Okay, so you do take that spot. So what do? I could take the 5, 9, 10 for sure, but on the way back, well, if I can get the 8, 4 over here, that could be big, but it could be taken. But if I take the 5, 9, 10 here, maybe the 6, 11, 12 is also open. But maybe someone takes the 5, 6, 12 over here and the 8, 4, and then but then you have to take the 8, 4 and the 8, 4, 10. But I could see that actually happening. So maybe it's better to take this spot over here. I get or a good or. It wins you games, you know, good or. So the 5, 6, 12 could be useful. And then paired with the 3, 4, 9, for example, will be open, I think. So I'm thinking about this spot. Yeah, I want to be sure to get the or, because we will get the sheep, most likely. So I think the third position takes the 5, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's a bit hard to play or with sheep actually, because, well, everyone goes for the or with sheep game here. If I can get this spot's also very big, I think. But I think 4 player will take 8 for 10 with the 4, 8. I could see that. So maybe the 5, 9, 10 was better than the 5, 6, 12. Because the 6 could be blocked a lot, so I don't know if it was the right play, actually. But I was a bit worried that I only end up with the 10 or, and then you can definitely not play the origin game. So if last position and third position don't take the 8-4, I think I will take it. I only have or and wheat, but you can win games with just or and wheat. And if I can build here, that could be very huge. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So we do get the 8 for 10, so I do like my position now, actually. I didn't expect these placements, so now I'm very happy with this settlement over here. Because now I think we have really strong settlements. And we have 6 different numbers. Yeah, we have double or, double wheat, and double sheep. And red, yeah, I don't know about, red can take the 4, 5, 11 and getting double or, wheat, and a sheep. But it will be hard for him to get to this over here. Yeah, so this is definitely the one I want to take. And hopefully we do get some wheat, because we are a bit dependent on the 5. I think that is the risk. And we are also on the 6. So don't know. I don't know what. I think the setup of brown is just. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too little to play the Ori cheap game, but you don't have anything else.